it's funny, like, I'm born and raised here, and right now I live in LA, but my friends out there in Cali, they just don't understand. Why are you always going home? Why are you always going back to Louisiana? It's like, that's my home. That my heart is literally here.
Glad to have you. I'm Carter Cimino, host of AcadianaCasts Presents. If you would like to make podcasts or digital content of any kind, maybe you're already doing it and you're stuck and you want to take it to the next level, reach out to us through AcadianaCasts.com. You can also see all the other content that we're working on, different podcasts such as Law Have Mercy with Chaz Roberts. It's a one-stop shop for all of your content creation needs here in South Louisiana. Go to AcadianaCasts.com to have your voice heard today. Really excited about this week's guest. It is none other than singer, songwriter, dancer, creative director, all-around entertainer, Skye Isaac. The Lafayette native flew in from L.A., the other L.A., for this, not just for this episode, visit family and get some stuff done, but she released a new Zydeco album with some of the heaviest hitters in the Zydeco community and music community at large here in Acadiana. And she's also got some great projects she's working on. She's coming back for Downtown Rising later on in the year. Going to be opening up for the Wailers, and they got Keith Frank on that card as well. We talked to Skye about her career, you know, what it's like every time she comes back home. A really cool conversation. She's a really talented person, sweet human being. Hope you guys enjoy it. AcadianaCasts Presents Skye Isaac. Where did you go to high school?
Lafayette High.
Lafayette High.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate?
2012.
Okay, so we graduated high school the same year.
Oh, where'd you go?
I went to St. Paul's in Covington.
Okay.
You would love St. Paul's because it's one of those, like, during Mardi Gras, the bands around the New Orleans area, you know, they're always, you know, marching like they do here.
Yeah.
But back in the late 70s, early 80s, a band director from Southern University went over to St. Paul's, which is a predominantly white school, but brought that, like, Southern style band to St. Paul's. So you see these kids come down the streets of New Orleans every Mardi Gras season. Everyone's like, "Ooh, St. Paul's, let's go!"
Awesome.
It's fun seeing these little nerdy white kids like, get down. Like,
right. They learn from the best.
yeah, they absolutely
That's
did.
cool.
Shout out Roy Mouton back in the day, bringing that culture to St. Paul's.
Super cool.
So going to Lafayette High, I used to live off Dulles when I first got to Lafayette. Yeah. And I used to see kids, you know, walking after school all the time around there. Was there like a local convenience store or
yes,
that you would always
pantry.
Corner pantry.
Corner pantry boudin for lunch or after school in between cheerleading rehearsals or whatever. Anytime I could get there, I would. And then eventually when they built the Canes right there on Congress, then that was the after school spot.
That's so funny. The Canes became the after-school spot. I hate driving down Congress, and then there's just a line of cars trying to get into the Canes.
It just amazes me because it never gets old. We love Canes.
And there's more and more Canes. Like Todd Graves has blown up that company. Like it's more national than it's ever been.
There's a Canes. I live in the Valley in North Hollywood. There's a Canes in North Hollywood.
Oh, that had to be nice when that was built.
Well, on one hand, I was like, this is so exciting. On the other hand, I was like, it was easy for me to stay away when it was just
in
Louisiana. Now it's
right.
I have to have a little bit more discipline.
Yeah, that temptation's real.
Yeah.
So what was growing up around the house, like what was the kind of food that was floating around the house?
Oh, well, we are from South Louisiana. So, you know, it's funny. My mom is such a great cook. I don't know why nobody expects her to be, but she is such a great cook.
Shout out Mom.
Yeah. But we made sure we had our, you know, traditional styles, our red beans and rice. My favorite is catfish coubillon with the red sauce.
Absolutely.
That is my absolute favorite. Anything with seafood in it, like shrimp stew with the boiled egg, etouffee. anything. I'm a seafood girl.
So
those are my favorites.
LA obviously is, a giant market that's right on the coast. I imagine a lot of access to great seafood over there, especially in like the sushi realm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But what's like the kind of biggest difference between the seafood here and seafood out west?
Well, yeah. I mean, out west, the more fresh stuff is like more freshly seasoned things are kind of the vibe. Sushi for sure. I eat sushi at least once a week. I really think LA has the best. It is like,
I've heard that.
It's like on another level. But I'd say, there's a few little spots that do the seafood boil situation. I avoid those places, but because growing up here, like, there's nothing that compares to it. Like,
have you ever seen like out in the wild, like someone advertising boiled like Cajun crawfish?
Yes, there's a couple of places, I won't name any names, but yes, they advertise
I can't imagine.
Authentic seafood boil, and I just looking at a picture of it, I'm like, that's not quite it, but
so
applaud you for your effort.
So every time you come back home to visit Lafayette, you're able to gain a few pounds.
Yes,
splurge a little
literally. Yeah, my family even knows to just prepare for that when I'm in town. Like, just know every single day I will want to go somewhere and get my fix.
Yeah. You big crawfish girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, wait. Are there places that still have it right now? Because I know most
places have a season, but I'm sure there are some restaurants that serve crawfish year round, and they might be getting it from different places than the traditional like Louisiana fields. Like
well, I heard someone still had boiled crawfish, and that now. And I was like, what? Because I know the season is done, but.
Yeah, you probably have to do some deep research.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out
in July. Do you in your gumbos? Do you put potato salad in the gumbo or outside the gumbo?
I'm a potato salad outside of the gumbo type of girl.
Okay.
And have it bit by bit to my liking. Mm-hmm. I feel like when you just put the scoop in it, you've already committed to it. Mm-hmm. I need a little bit at a time.
So you're here promoting your new album. And it's a Zydeco heavy album.
Yes, Zydeco heavy. It's just infused with all those authentic Creole sounds. And it's really a love letter to my home, Louisiana. It's funny, like, I'm born and raised here, and right now I live in LA, but my friends out there in Cali, they just don't understand. Why are you always going home? Why are you always going back to Louisiana? It's like, that's my home. That my heart is literally here, and it always will be. So that's why I did this album, to express that and to do something for home.
Yeah.
It's very special to me.
Not to mention the people that you have on this album, some of the best musicians in the world. Like I feel
so lucky.
You got a song with Cedric Watson, Buckwheat Zydeco Jr., Rusty Matoir, Cameron Nelson, Crying in the Chapel featuring Major Handy, tribute to Carol Fran, the late Carol Fran.
Carol Fran.
Just some badasses on this album.
Oh, it is truly such a blessing. I feel grateful that I get this energy on this album. It's something that I really don't take for granted.
Where'd y'all record it?
We recorded at a few different places. Dockside Studios. Shout out to Dockside. We recorded at Lockdown Studios with Michael Lockett. Mm-hmm. That's downtown. At Leap Studios with Paul Broussard.
Okay.
And at Cha Cha Studios.
I've been to Cha Cha.
Yeah. Shout out to
that's Nate.
Shout out to Nathan Jr., Nathan Sr., and Naylin Williams, future of Zydeco.
I love the cats who've had success in their music careers and build their own music studios at their house.
It's awesome.
Like, what more do you want?
I mean, that's right in the heart of everything. I love it that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what is the name of this album?
It's called Ducey, Ducey,
and it's available everywhere.
It's available everywhere. Everywhere you can listen to music.
Spotify, Apple Music.
Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube. I think it's on Napster. I don't know.
Yeah, Napster. LimeWire.
Y'all, it's funny. Like whenever you go to get your music distributed, it shows you everywhere that it's going, and you're like, oh, these things still exist. Pretty cool.
What device early on in your childhood were you listening to music on?
cassette tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Cassette tapes. I think, yeah, that was the first way that I listened to music. And that was like some of my, I have very fond memories of that. I was very, very young listening to those things by myself in my room, just sitting there. It's like, it's hard to imagine doing that these days because there's so many distractions around.
Yeah.
But I literally would just sit there and listen, you know? And that's where I definitely developed my love for music and my desire to want to be in this world of entertainment and music.
What was playing around the house when you were young?
Oh, everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Everything was playing in the house. Anything from New Edition to the Carpenters to Mariah Carey and, you know, that whole divas era, you know, Whitney, Celine. We loved Shania Twain and soul, James Brown, lots of Michael Jackson, my favorite. And of course, you know, sounds from our region, you know, some Keith Frank, some Lil Nate. I was actually in the Cupid Shuffle music video when I was little, so
wow.
that was playing around a lot. So yeah.
Man, how do out in LA or at weddings and things like that, or you know, maybe some little party, are they playing Cupid Shuffle out there still?
Let me tell you, it blows my mind. Everywhere I go in the world, out in the Middle East, they're playing Cupid Shuffle. In Mexico, they're playing Cupid Shuffle. In Bahamas, they're playing Cupid Shuffle. In Montreal, they're playing Cupid Shuffle. Everywhere. It is truly an incredible thing that Cupid has done.
Yeah,
and it's here forever.
We were just talking before the show started about seeing all these clips of all these cruises. That,
yeah,
that she was getting the party going at it.
Line dance cruise, like, doesn't that sound like a blast? Who wouldn't want to go on one of those?
And I love to see, you know, with like kind of this TikTok generation, like people are able to find that music and clip it and like do the dance to it, and it can go like viral that way.
It has been
like flex.
Yeah, and a cool thing about social media is it puts a face to something that you've been familiar with your whole life. You know, maybe people have heard the Cupid Shuffle but didn't know that it was actually an artist named Cupid, and now they put a face to it, and it's just really great to see all what's happening for him. Congrats to him. Shout out to Cupid.
So growing up and, you know, being in the Cupid Shuffle music video, right? What's it like, you know, as a professional now, being able to engage and work with the likes of a Cupid that you looked up to as a kid, or the Keith Franks and cats like that? It's
really awesome. It's something I've wanted for a long time, and I just I just love music. I love performing. I love collaborating. I just love the whole entertainment world. So it's been really awesome to be a part of this Zydeco Creole culture in this way, by releasing this album.
Yeah, and it's people like you who help keep that culture alive and expand it and grow it in different ways and bring it to different audiences around the world.
For sure. It's funny you say that, because the album hasn't been out long, but so many of my friends in LA are like, this is cool. They're like,
I kind of want to move.
Yeah, they're like, how many genres did you put into those songs? I'm like, I put you onto some Zydeco. That's what I did. And it's amazing that it's such a foreign thing to pretty much to lots of the rest of the country, but we are so unique here. Our world is different. I found out that our area, like the Acadiana area, is the only place that the United States officially considers it's like its own foreign country in our country. Yeah. And it doesn't surprise me, no, but it's cool that it's actually recognized that way. And it couldn't be closer to the truth. Like, we're literally our own world, our food, our music, our traditions, and how we were kind of talking about that earlier, how our culture brings any kind of person together.
Right.
It's like we're all kind of living the same life. No matter what we look like, it's our culture that brings us together.
Yeah. No, I love that. So now that you have traveled the world and you've done all kind of things beyond music, you've done some acting and you've been part of behind the scenes of music videos and whatnot, kind of seeing the inside of the beast of the music industry or the entertainment industry. Knowing what you know now, looking back when you were 15 going on American Idol, does it give you a different perspective, kind of seeing the inside of like a reality show like that?
It does. I'd say it does in the way that I think when I was younger, I didn't quite understand that this is if you choose this career, it's literally a lifetime of growing and learning and opportunities. American Idol or this opportunity or this show is not your one shot. Mm-hmm. You can actually go and be immersed in the world of entertainment. And I think that's what I'm most grateful for, is that, like what you said, getting that behind the scenes view and being a part of movies and TV shows and just seeing every little thing that goes into it, working with other artists and singing background vocals in the studio or on stage with them. And traveling, you just learn, wow, like so much goes into this, and I can use this for my music and my career and my artistry.
Tell me about performing at the Grammys.
You know what's crazy about that? I didn't even remember, but so I got to perform at the Grammys with some of my best friends, which was also insane.
Yeah, I bet.
But I didn't even remember that the year before, at the Grammys last year, we went to some, Grammy events in LA. And I said, we're going to perform at the Grammys next year. I forgot I said that. And my friend goes, Skye, you actually said that? I'm like, oh my God, it's happening.
Spoken into existence.
Yeah. So it was a dream come true. The Grammys, that's the biggest stage in music.
Sure.
It's like, it was so special. And to be able to perform with such an incredible talent like Raye was something that I'll never forget. I want to do it again. I'm ready for next year.
So how does that work? Like, where in the Grammys were you performing?
Where?
Like, were you on like the national broadcast?
Yes, okay. It was the national broadcast. Raye is a wonderful artist from the UK. She's kind of being coined as the modern day Amy Winehouse. She's amazing. She's written lots of songs on Beyonce's latest album, and she's an incredible songwriter too. And I did Coachella with her last year. We performed on the main stage, and so this year it was live broadcast. I'll show you the video later. It was awesome. Her music is very vocal heavy, so it was so much fun doing that show with her, because I like a challenge. And I like to hear like strong voices harmonizing together.
Hell yeah.
It was just so special. And being backstage at the Grammys, I mean, we were all backstage with Shabuzi, with Daniel Boone, with Sabrina Carpenter. Like, we're all back here waiting to perform, and it happens back to back to back. And that's another thing. Like, you see all how this happens, and you're like, wow, this is what it takes. This kind of there's excellence across the board. I mean, the crew, everybody's just on it. And I was really honored to be there.
Did you mean Benson Boone?
Benson Boone. I'm sorry.
Talking about Daniel Boone, the photographer?
I think I have a friend. Yeah. Oh my God. Shout out to Daniel Boone.
Yeah. Daniel will love that shout out.
No, I mean Benson Boone. It was so funny. We're like, right before he goes out to sing his song, please stay. We're like this saying, good luck. And he's running out. I mean, it's the craziest thing ever, but it's things I'll never forget, ever, ever, ever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hopefully not a once in a lifetime opportunity, but you treat it as such.
Yes, you do. You take it in and appreciate it.
So you mentioned Coachella. I got a question about that. It's and I've heard other artists talk about this who have performed there on like podcasts or whatever. And I remember someone saying that like there's like a part of the weekend where it's like super influencer, like people are going there to be seen and like not really taking in the music. Did you kind of experience any of that, or like was the crowds engaging?
Oh, the crowds were so engaging.
Okay.
Yeah, they were so engaging. They were, but I think that's also a testament to Raye's fan base. I mean, the girl's just incredible. The vocals, the songwriting, she's just amazing. So the crowd loved it.
People were there to see.
Yeah, it was so hot.
Oh.
And people still had the best attitudes. We had a blast. But I know the influencer thing is a thing too, but I don't know. We had a party.
Speaking of hot, whenever you come home for a little bit and you get off the plane on the tarmac,
so funny.
you just get smacked in the face by humidity.
I get smacked in the face and I love it. I go, I'm home. That's so funny. Yeah. No, I actually love it.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. It feels like home.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like, I don't know, like a warm hug.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
But it's got to be nice getting off the plane at LAX and.
Yeah, it's nice and the cool breeze.
Right.
And then, yeah, I have to say, it's awesome living there, living in LA, but having a home here because you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I imagine you got to get out from time to time and like get back to reality.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that people aren't like out there working hard and hustling, but you know, there is kind of a culture of every man for themselves. And so I imagine to come home and have that family that grounds you again and reminds you, oh, that's right, I'm Skye
from Lafayette.
Yeah, Skye from Lafayette.
Yeah. It's very, it's just, this is forever my home and forever my favorite place in the world. I love Louisiana and I love Lafayette. So yeah, any chance I can, I'm coming home.
And appreciate you putting the music on the map and with this album.
I'm happy to do so. It's really exciting to hear and see people's reaction to something so sonically different than anything they've ever heard before.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I put on the
Wait till they see it live.
I know. I put that on the caption whenever I announced the album, that it's a sonic dance like no other. There's nothing else that sounds quite like this music. So I'm really looking forward to sharing it. And who knows, I might do a show in LA. You never know.
You have to.
With of this album.
Yeah.
It could be a thing. We'll see.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that. And I've never been to LA, but I'll fly out to LA just for that.
Yeah.
I'll bring the camera, we'll document it, make a whole thing.
That would be cool.
A little behind the scenes.
Yeah. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. Let's go.
Let's go, Luke.
So tomorrow, as of recording this, you're performing at the premiere for was it Freakier Friday?
Well, no, tomorrow I have a show in San Diego, but next week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week I'll be performing for the premiere of Freakier Friday on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, when they do the premieres, they shut down the whole Hollywood Boulevard, usually from Highland to, I guess, La Brea. They'll shut it down and have a red carpet, and I'm performing with the Red Hot Band, and we're going to kick it off and have a good time. Hopefully I get a little selfie with Lindsay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so let's do a little thought experiment. We got your mama here in the background.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mom.
What do you think a day would be like if y'all were to do a Freaky Friday and switch bodies?
Oh, my gosh. What would that day be like?
Let's say it's a.
Oh, she would be performing on stage.
Yeah, she'd be on stage.
She would be living her best life. Yeah. She would be, because hopefully I'd have a show coming up that had like all these costume changes, and she'd have to wear the mic pack and make sure it doesn't fall down her back, and put in her in-ear monitors and learn all the lyrics to the songs. That would be crazy.
And then what are you doing in her body?
In her body, what would I be doing?
Taking pictures?
Taking pictures, being super mom. Yeah. People being super mom and super wife, basically. That's what I would be doing. Holding everything down. That's what my mom does. That's the truth.
Hold it down.
It's not an easy job. But gosh, thinking about like her showing up to a gig and needed to know, like, sometimes it's from 5 to like 20 songs over the course of a whole show, her having to know those, and possibly not knowing those lyrics, and they look at her like, Skye, what are you doing? We need you.
Do you have a teleprompter on stage?
No, you got to know that stuff. That's funny. That's really funny to think about.
My poor mother. I hope she never had to switch bodies with me. She'd have to learn how to put down a 6-pack of tall boys in a couple hours. Which I believe my mom used to brag that she could shotgun faster than some military members.
You never know. You never know.
Chrissy can party. She's from Port Sulphur.
Being in your body might be the permission slip for her.
Yeah, right. Then I'd have to actually, be a responsible adult if I was in her body.
Right.
So some other things that you've done, you've performed overseas, performing for the troops. What was that experience like? And was there any nerves going into, kind of a militarized zone?
Yeah, it was very much so highly organized, high security. Before we even went, there were several papers that we had to sign, and we had to let them know the serial numbers and stuff to any electronics we were taking. It was very, very, very high security situation, and we actually got to stay on the base for a few days while we prepared for the show. So it was really cool seeing the military life, and seeing just how they live, and brought a new appreciation to that. And it was really an honor to perform for them and bring them a good time, and just have a couple hours where it was just a big party.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really nice.
Be able to bring joy to folks in a tough time in their
and they
lives.
Deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Man, how long was that flight?
Long, 13 hours. Long flight, but they gave us meals, and we slept a lot of the time. We were I think we had just had a show the day before, so we were exhausted. So the flight actually went by pretty quick.
Give me a bucket list of some of the either countries or venues that you would love to perform in.
Oh my god!
that you haven't yet.
Well, I would love to sell out the Cajun Dome.
Hell yeah!
I'm actually putting that out there right now. We'll reference this when it happens.
Yep.
But I would love to sell out the Cajun Dome, the Mercedes-Benz in New Orleans, Madison.
You're trying to do arenas.
Oh yeah, yes, Madison Square Garden. Definitely play my own show at the Grammys. Probably the O2 in London. The SoFi Stadium. I've seen several shows at SoFi in LA recently, so I love to play those venues.
What about Red Rocks?
Red Rocks? I'm not too familiar.
Oh, Luke, pull up a picture of Red Rocks.
Yeah,
where's that?
That's in Colorado. It's an outdoor amphitheater.
And all the stuff.
Yeah. It's got the beautiful views and sun coming down over the mountains.
I just didn't know what it was called. Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Look at that.
Yes, that's beautiful. Oh, and look at the that's just crazy.
Why would you not have a good time listening to music out there?
How could you not?
Yeah.
How could you not? Oh,
it's naturally.
Yeah. I would love that. I'm gonna put that on my list.
Yeah, put it on the list. Red Rocks.
The Hollywood Bowl too.
Hollywood Bowl. That was gonna be my second.
Yeah.
Another great spot I would love to see is if you were able to kind of keep going on the Zydeco train or keep it a part of your career at some capacity and be able to bring Zydeco to the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville.
How crazy would that be?
Stand in the circle that so many amazing artists have stood in before.
Wow, that's gonna be on my mind. I'm gonna be thinking up some things.
We'll
see.
You ever performed in Nashville?
performed? Oh yeah, I've performed in Nashville. I'm actually part of a girl group called Who's That Girl, and we do a full 90-minute choreographed and vocal performance of the most amazing female songs of all time, and we performed in Nashville a couple times.
Badass.
It's pretty cool.
Another great venue there is the Ryman, a historic venue.
Yeah. Have you been there a lot?
A couple times. I've been there twice, and I know a few musicians who are over there. There's a decent chunk of Louisiana artists who are over there. And I think Lance DuBrock had I don't know if he's still doing it, but he was doing this Louisiana showcase every month or something like that.
That's really cool.
Artists who were there, and sometimes guys would come in from Louisiana to.
I wonder if that's still happening.
I don't know. I'm gonna check it out.
Something cool. It's funny. Last time I was in Nashville.
If only I had a producer who could look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spell it out for him.
A while back when I was in Nashville, I was actually there for the CMA festival.
Okay.
And I met a girl there, and we became friends and kind of just hung out the whole weekend for the festival. And she was like a local songwriter that was trying to make it in Nashville. And it's crazy. She's actually a well-known country artist now, and she's actually on Beyonce's album and is a big country artist. Her name's Brittany Spencer.
Cool.
She made it big, and at the time she was just songwriting and hanging out with friends on couches, and she's done fantastic. So she's been an inspiration for me.
I certainly did not predict the Beyonce pivot to country.
Really?
But it makes sense after hearing the album and
Yeah. I think it's something that she probably always wanted to do, you know, being born and raised in Texas and having Creole roots as well.
Right.
It's probably something that she was interested in for a minute, but just timing thing.
How do you, I mean, it seems like you creatively, you're doing really what you want to do, which I feel like nowadays it's easier for artists to do. But tell me if I'm wrong here, but it seems like a Beyonce back in the day kind of had to toe the company line and, you know, play the songs that the record label wanted them to do. And now I feel like there's more power in the artist's hands than ever before.
I think so. I think there's a freedom there for artists to kind of get in where they fit in and do these different genres and these different styles. And with social media, there's somebody out there that's going to catch your vibe, you know. I also think that, yeah, I think maybe in the past it was a little bit more cut and dry, and it was a little bit more, you know, we need to be exactly sure how we can market you, so you need to pick something. And you need to pick something that makes sense and that we believe will make sense to the broader audience, and kind of going off of the success of the past and kind of modeling artists after that. So I think that there is a lot of freedom now, but I also think that people are open to learning that some artists are more than one thing, you know, like, you know, me, I grew up here in South Louisiana, you know, my great uncles and were cowboys, listening to country western music, you know. It's something that people wouldn't expect, but I think people are open to learning the stories and the history of things now, and just kind of open to things that don't kind of look as familiar.
Did you know Drake LeBlanc?
Yeah.
Did you see his mini documentary about Creole Cowboys?
Yeah. Drake actually played scrub and trumpet up for a couple of my shows last time I was here.
Oh, cool.
He's amazing.
Drake rocks.
I really commend
friend
him.
of the show.
Yes, I really commend him for keeping that culture alive, and it's really like his life's work. It's really inspiring to see. He's awesome.
So in this bio that was sent to me when we're getting you booked on the show, it says Skye is a triple threat, quadruple if you count her creative directing hat. Tell me about the creative directing hat that you wear.
Well, I wear it. But yeah, that creative directed, I think that really stems from just my whole life. I really have studied not just artists and their talent and their music, but their music videos, their performances, their how they utilize dancers and props in their shows. I've always been very, very, very drawn to that. So coming up, I definitely use those creative direction skills in my own music, but I've helped creative direct music videos for friends of mine, especially in LA. And you know, I create mood boards and whole concepts for shows and music videos. It's something that I actually really enjoy doing. So pretty much anything you've seen from me has been something created from an initial idea, and then a mood board, and then what's the wardrobe going to be? And then how, you know, so yeah, it's something that I love. I love that side of things.
What exactly is the mood board? Like, what's the material? Is it conceptual, or do you actually have like a physical?
You can do a board. It's nice to have a physical board, because when you're like, if you're working with several people, you can sit there and look at it, and like it kind of helps the ideas flow. But these days you can make one like on Pinterest or you can make a digital one to just kind of.
Pinterest is still around?
Yeah, I still use it. Pinterest is dope. It has some really cool things on there, but you can keep track of your ideas and conceptualize it and have it here to see, like, is this cohesive to the eye? Does this feel right? You know, will this translate? It's just a way to help when the day comes of the performance or the music video. It just helps you run into less problems because you kind of already checked it out, you know.
Is the art of the music video, I feel like it kind of went away for a few years after MTV stopped, you know, that being part of their whole business model. And instead, they just had cartoons or whatever, or Rob Dyrdek or whatever it was they put on MTV.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, right.
Chantel's laugh. Or Chanel with
Yeah. But what like music videos today, I guess are going just straight to YouTube. What is the purpose today of a music video?
Well, that's so funny. I was talking to my mom about that the other day. I think that music videos are still very important, but I think lots of artists are putting more thought and energy into their content creation for social media. So that's more.
So framing it like this.
Yes, framing it like that.
Like that.
Yes. And it's kind of something that we have to think about as artists. Like, what am I going to prioritize right now? When you decide, okay, I'm going to release a song, what's the priority? To get a music video out in the traditional format, or to get some content out and hopefully start getting some numbers across YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram, and then prioritize the music video? Or should I do the music video and then get it formatted to that format? But sometimes that can be tricky depending on how you filmed it. So it's interesting. But what I will say is, because music videos are not as popular today, when someone comes out with a great one, it blows up. It blows up because it stands out in that way, you know.
Do you have any favorite directors of music videos?
Hype Williams, I'd say. That would have been like a, you know, dream collaboration. But I think I'm gonna always have at least a little small director's hat on each of my videos.
Yeah.
But I would love to, you know, collaborate with other talent. And it's funny, like, a few friends of mine in LA are directors. You know, there's so much talent everywhere. So I think when the time comes, based on that video, the right situation hopefully is revealed.
What does Skye Isaac's TikTok or Instagram algorithm look like? Like, what videos, when you're just scrolling, wasting time?
Oh God.
What's popping up for right now? For example, I'm getting a bunch of golf videos because, you know, you watch one for like a little too long, and then all of a sudden you got 5 more videos, and I'm getting really back into golf, and so that's part of my algorithm. And then like music and dumb, bad, inappropriate jokes that should never be shared. They should never see the light of day outside of a DM to a friend, you know. But what's in your algorithm right now?
I'm a little embarrassed to say it's just a bunch of cats.
Cat videos.
I'm obsessed.
That's like OG internet stuff right there.
I'm obsessed with them. You know, it's funny.
Do you have cats?
I do.
Okay.
I have. We have 3 here in Louisiana, and then I have 2 babies in California. But yeah, I'm just obsessed with them. It's kind of crazy. I'm obsessed, and
they're funny little creatures.
They are, and it's funny because I think because I'm so immersed in entertainment, whenever I go on social media, I kind of want to escape from that a little bit. So I just go look at the kitty cats and lots of plants and just funny stuff. But yeah, mostly cats.
That's
boring. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. That's a great answer. I've said it before on the show, but part of the reason how I got into podcasting so much is because I grew up with music so much in my life and around me, growing up in a family band and things like that, and, you know, playing around Lafayette, that like I needed an escape from it. And so I started, instead of listening to music, I started listening to more and more podcasts. And then I started figuring, while working for the news at the time, like, well, I can rather be doing that than waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and telling people that their day's going to suck.
Right.
Which was like every day during 2020, you know.
Man. Man, that must have been tough.
Yeah, it wasn't
You're
fun.
like immersed in all that information and getting the news first.
Right.
It's like, oh, another thing.
That
another
and
thing.
hurricane shootings, it just wasn't for me. I wanted to highlight and promote more positive things, which doesn't move the needle as much. But I'm doing my little small role and to try and show some light on cool characters like yourself who are doing cool things, and that's basically what this show is about.
That's awesome. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you.
This is dope.
I met you a few years ago when I first started working with Love of People nonprofit and the Blue Monday All-Stars. You did this awesome tribute to Artha Franklin with the Blue Monday All-Stars.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was really special to do that. Artha is the queen of soul, man. She paved the way for pop musicians and women in pop music for sure, being a songwriter and a singer in that world. So I was really happy to do that.
If there was
a fun night.
If there was one Artha Franklin song that you could only listen to one the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's a good one. I think it would be the moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. And while I'm combing my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll be in my heart, and I will love you forever, forever. Whenever we're apart, I know I love you together forever. That's how it will be to live without you. Would only mean heartbreak for me. Sorry. I had to do that. It's so sweet. I say a little prayer for you. Like, that's so sweet.
That's definitely probably that makes sense. That's the song that you would only listen to that one because I thought you're maybe going to say just like a line. Then you just go into the whole thing.
I couldn't help it.
It just keeps flowing out.
It's so good.
I love it. Looking at some of your credits here, you worked with in some capacity. Tell me about that. One of my favorite artists, PJ Morton.
Oh yeah, PJ's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
how cool is that Yebba collab?
What's that?
The song they did with Yebba.
Oh my gosh, it was Bee Gees.
Yeah.
The Bee Gees.
How Deep Is Your Love?
Yes, so good. I actually sang that the other day with a friend of mine. PJ's dope. He actually helped MD Solange's performance on SNL that I was a part of. So that's kind of how we connected. And then since then, he does shows here. He does shows like in New Orleans, and he does a couple of things sometimes in LA, with his tours and stuff. So we always catch up and say what's up. He's really, really dope.
Awesome. I'd love to hear that because I just love his vibe.
He's great. He's like such a talent. Plus, being the keyboardist for Maroon 5.
Right.
Kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm. So that Solange performance at SNL, you were a backup singer on that?
Yeah.
Tell me about the art of being a good backup singer.
Well, I can tell you that, well, first you want to get the gig.
Yeah, get the gig.
Which was cool because Kelly Rowland was actually the one who introduced me to Solange after I did the show with her, Chasing Destiny in LA. Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child.
Mm-hmm.
She was putting together a girl group. And so we filmed for a while, and eventually she introduced me to Solange. And so I got the call, which was the cool part. And I think it was because you're always auditioning for your next gig at the gig you're at now.
Ooh.
So the good attitude, professionalism, being a good listener, and just bring your A game, go to sleep early so you can wake up ready, things like that, just little things. So you want to get the gig, and then just be on your game, be chill, respectful, try not to overstep, just kind of scope out the scene.
Sit in the pocket.
Yeah, sit in the pocket. And I gotta say, it's the positive attitude out of everything, though, because I've met so many people and so many incredibly talented people. I think maybe need to work on that a little bit, because that mixed with talent, it can just get you so far.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'd say.
And
do your homework.
Do your homework. I grew up being taught this mindset from my parents that it is extremely easy to get a reputation. It's much harder to lose that reputation. So if you burn one of those bridges,
gosh, I mean,
if you have a bad day and you're working a gig and word gets out that you were hard to work with, that might eliminate future potential work for you.
And that is something, because that's something people never forget. It could happen only one time, and they'll never forget. So yeah, I believe that. Even if you're having whatever's going on, leave it at home. Leave it in the car before you get down. You know how we say, before you get down and go wherever you're going.
God, first time I moved to this part of the state, I was dating a girl, and we're
what did she say?
We're driving to my house. She's like, "We getting down?" I was like, "Oh, are we? We getting down?"
We getting down, baby.
Like, no, are we getting out of the car? I was like, "Oh, we can get down."
Now you're all disappointed.
We're driving a sedan, like we got to get up.
From home.
Yeah, leave it in the car before you get down.
Yeah, right.
Whatever problems you have, because nobody cares.
Yeah, you mentioned sleep. How important is sleep for you in your line of work? She just gave a look to her mom.
It's very important. It's very important for me, especially. I'm the kind of person.
Mom knows how to go in your room until a certain time.
Why'd you?
Can't be banging on the door.
Are you reading my mind? How do you know what's going on in our house? No, that's a thing. Sleep for sure, but sleep is very. Sleep is very. It's needed for your vocal cords.
Right.
Like
you got to recover.
Literally, you have to recover. So, and yeah, I try to get it anywhere I can. Sometimes you don't. I'm always saying I just got to make it on the plane, because when you're back-to-back shows, I say I just got to make it on the plane, or I just got to make it into the van so I can go to sleep. Sometimes it's like that, but sleep is very important in general for anybody.
Yeah,
it's a health thing. You want to make sure you're getting as much as you can.
And before a gig, do you have any sort of rituals that you do with your voice, or anything to prepare it, like anything that you drink, or any type of specialty warm-ups, or anything that you're doing?
Yeah, I love the lip trills. Those are my favorite. To me, those open up your voice the quickest, but I know we're all different. I also have a nebulizer. It's like a little device that blows out steam with saline that I'll let blow into my vocal cords. That gets moisture directly into your vocal cords. Way quicker than water does.
Okay.
So I have one of those when I feel like I'm in need of that. But really just sleep. Sleep really, really, really helps. You can hear the difference for sure. Yeah, that's it right there.
Oh, I need one of them.
Yeah, and it blows. You get the little tiny saline packets, and you put it in there, and it'll blow it out, and it gets to your vocals quick.
Okay, there you go.
I'll send you the link.
Any singers out there listening or watching the show? There's some good advice for you from one of the pros out there.
Hey.
Bringing it back to Louisiana, you performed at this past year's Festival International.
Yes.
What's that like, coming back to your hometown and having that stage at that, like, one of the best festivals in the world, one of the best kept secrets in the world, Festival International?
Isn't that crazy? It was a lot of fun this year. I was very honored to be there. I sang the national anthem with Nayland Williams. We did something really different. He played the accordion while I sang the national anthem.
Very cool.
And it was something that I knew was not common, but we rehearsed and we got it right. And I was like, we need to do this for Louisiana. Let's bring this accordion out. And it went over so well. It was very, very cool. And I sang Happy Birthday to the Mayor, which was also a very special moment. So, and I sang with Major Handy. He had a set as well, and we did a couple songs.
You were all over the place.
It was a great time.
What is the one food that you have to get when you're at Festival International?
Well, I love the jambalaya and the crawfish bread bowls.
Yeah.
Did you know it? You knew
Yeah,
it.
I knew. It's everyone.
You knew it. Those crawfish bread, spinach bread rolls. But I love that.
Yeah.
Those things we can always expect every year in our home. It's nice.
I loved seeing you at Love of People's Community Thanksgiving as well this past year.
Oh, that was wonderful. Shout out, John Williams. Shout out to the whole fam. It's just such an amazing thing to do every year, and it's really needed. So I loved being a part of it.
Yeah, it really seems, just talking to you, getting to know you, that you really have a lot of love and appreciation for this place that you grew up in, and you need to come back to not only ground yourself, but almost feel like you want to kind of give back and give credit where credit's due.
For sure. Like nothing, it's where my heart is, truly.
Mm-hmm. But your money's in LA.
Hey, listen.
So what's coming down the docket the next few months for Skye Isaac? What you up to? What you gonna be doing?
It's so I'm just so excited about the release of this album, and I hope everyone goes out to check it out. Hear a lady in Zydeco, which is kind of a rare thing to hear.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, it is rare.
Yeah.
It is kind of a boys' club, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's so funny. I played a song of mine for some little kids at a camp not too long ago, and the little girls were like, "I never heard a girl sing Zydeco." And there have been many women that paved the way in Zydeco, but it hasn't happened in a while, is what I'd say. So what's your question?
What are you up to the next few months?
Oh yeah. Go listen to my album. Okay, but anyway.
SkyeIsaac.com right there. Is that it? That's the website? What's the URL? Okay, SkyeIsaac.com.
Yeah. Coming up, I'll be performing at the Freakier Friday event next week, and I'll be back in Lafayette for Downtown Rising.
Okay,
that's on September 28th, and that's featuring the Wailers and Keith Frank. I'm just so excited.
Love the Wailers.
And I'll be performing as well, so I'll see y'all there.
That's awesome. Well, we can't wait to see you on that stage. A couple more questions to kind of wrap up here, Skye, and I appreciate your time this afternoon. You got to hop on a flight, get back home. But I've been asking everyone if they had to leave Louisiana, which you do often, but something like a go bag, GEAUX bag, 3 items that you could put in your bag to bring somewhere else across the world to remind you of home. What would those 3 items be?
I need Tony Sacheries.
Okay.
What else do I need? I always like to have something that has a fleur-de-lis on it.
Okay.
Something, and what else? I do listen. Sometimes I'll be in LA and I get that itch and I turn up that Zydeco music. I have a playlist that I turn up. So I guess bring the music with me.
We got to print your new album on vinyl.
Yeah. Oh, listen, we've been talking about it, so.
Okay.
Might have a few available.
Might be in the works.
Yeah.
Skye Isaac on like all the socials and stuff.
Skye Isaac Music. On the socials, and then SkyeIsaac.com. I'm Skye Isaac on Facebook. Yeah, Skye Isaac.
Skye Isaac. You'll find her. She's got the SEO unlocked. Skye, once again, I appreciate you coming on the show. Excited to kind of watch your career. The album sounds great.
Thank you.
And looking forward to seeing you at Downtown Rising. We got to link back up, and then hopefully if you ever decide to do a Zydeco set out in LA, let me know. We'll come down there.
Listen, I like the sound of that. Thank you so much, Carter. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, we end the show the same way every time. We get you to take a look at your solo cam right here. And it could be a word, a phrase, it could be a song lyric, it could be a plug for yourself once again. It could be anything that you want to impart on the internet land at large to end this episode. The floor is yours, Skye Isaac.
Oh, I'm feeling the pressure, low-key. I want it to be good.
It could be anything. What's stuck in my head right now is from last night at the other night at Blue Monday. Anthony Ducey. Every time I see him, I'm like, "Et toi?"
I was gonna say that. Okay, that has to be it. Hey guys, I'm Skye Isaac. Make sure you check out Ducey, the album, available everywhere. We're in Lafayette, Louisiana, my favorite place in the world. Check it out. Thanks for having me. Et toi?
Thanks for checking out this week's episode of AcadianaCasts Presents. Make sure to follow us, subscribe, be a part of the AcadianaCasts family wherever you're checking out this show. And if you liked what you saw or you liked what you heard from today's episode and you want to get involved in content creation or up your already ongoing projects, go to AcadianaCasts.com to get started. We can help you from podcasts to live streams to social media reels, some graphic design and animation. Wherever you are in your content creation journey, we can help you out. Go to AcadianaCasts.com to learn more, and we'll see you next time here on AcadianaCasts Presents.